Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
Hello everybody, hope you're going well. Hope you all had a wonderful Christmas yesterday, that you got to eat all sorts of great, amazing food and spend time with friends and family and loved ones and all that kind of good stuff. So let's just keep it casual today. I was reading this article a couple of days ago in Vulture, which was written by Joseph Adalian, and he was talking all about Netflix, this streaming service giant, and everything that Netflix has done this year and how it's positioned going into next year. And I am going to use this article just to kind of like a jumping off point to also talk about Netflix, the highlights, the lowlights, and just how the year has gone for it. We're at this point in Netflix where the bubble just seems to be getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and the like mentality behind Netflix is just more is better, more is more, and it seems like there's no end in sight. Going into 2019, there will be over 1,000 pieces of original Netflix content, which is just astronomical. It is so crazy to believe. So this is original content. This is original TV shows, miniseries, movies, documentaries, talk shows, and stand-up comedy shows. They say that Netflix has somewhere between 25 to 30 million subscribers now at this point, which still doesn't quite compare to PewDiePie, the biggest YouTuber subscriber count, who is at like 77 million subscribers, but still 30 million subscribers on Netflix is no small number. One of the biggest successes I felt like Netflix accomplished was resurrecting TV shows and resurrecting old material with Arrested Development season 4. So they brought back the original cast of Arrested Development and did this kind of reunion slash sequel for a whole new season of the show, which was nowhere near as successful as the original show, according to critics and reviewers and myself as an original fan of Arrested Development. But the fact that they did it and they catered to an already existing audience was really smart. They did it more successfully this year with Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, the unscripted content, and that was a huge success. You know, again, of course, we don't know the official numbers because Netflix does not release their Nielsen ratings, what do you call it? Does not release their data. So we don't know for sure, but it was a huge success according to fans. So it was great marketing, and I think that was a really smart move. They've actually also done it for some other shows. There was Jerry Seinfeld's Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. The other thing Netflix did this year, which was the first time, was cancel shows. Most notably, they cancelled the Marvel TV shows Daredevil, Luke Cage, and the dreaded Iron Fist. So those shows have all been cancelled from Netflix. I believe Jessica Jones is getting one more season, which will be great. But to see that Netflix is actually cancelling their content and regulating it, listening to what the fans are saying, and you know, again, it's kind of difficult because we can't see the data, we can't see the actual show like ratings and how they're going, which is so annoying that Netflix keeps that close to their chest, that card close, because I would be so interested to see how those ratings went for those shows. I think it was also pretty inevitable that those shows in particular would be cancelled because we know that Disney is making the split from Netflix. So next year we're going to be seeing a Disney streaming service which will have those, all like the Disney original catalog and Disney movies and all those Marvel comic book stuff is all going to be available on the Disney streaming service, Star Wars of course. And I think that that's going to be really interesting to see the rise of new competitive streaming services all rolled out, because at the moment the main competitors for Netflix are Amazon Prime and Hulu, both streaming services which I've actually never used myself before, but I hear they're really good. They've made a little bit of noise this year. I can't even think of the shows that... There were a couple of Amazon shows I'm pretty sure that made a bit of noise, but they faded generally pretty quickly because they cannot compete with the volume of original content that Netflix is producing. Not just original content, don't forget as well, they have their catalog of titles that they stream and have the rights to stream, notably Friends. So I'm pretty sure they recently spent some obscene amount of money to maintain the rights to have the entire season catalog of Friends on there, which was probably a good move because the amount of people I know that watch like repeats of Friends religiously on the back, you know, on the TV in the background while they're cooking, while they're cleaning. I think for Netflix to lose Friends would have been a huge blow. The other thing that was new this year on Netflix were talk shows. Now, I myself did not actually see any of the Netflix original talk shows. I think they did all right. But yeah, I actually didn't watch any of them myself. I was much more interested in the original movies and TV that was available on Netflix. I didn't see any of the miniseries this year. I think I didn't see the one with Emma Stone and Jonah Hill. Of course, that was called Maniac. I hear that was reviewed quite positively. It didn't make too much buzz with fans, but it got like solid reviews. We saw as well that Netflix is taking the Oscar race very serious with their original content because a couple of their titles, Bird Box, which just came out this week with Sandra Bullock, and The Ballad of Buster Scrooge, I think it's called, which was the Coen brothers film. They both released in cinemas for a few-week run before releasing on Netflix. So even though they are Netflix original productions, they made sure to have their theatre release ahead of their Netflix release just so they could be eligible for the Oscars. So that's just smart marketing, I guess, and shows that Netflix are serious contenders to be heavy hitters at the Oscars in 2019 without a doubt. Not to mention Roma. Can we talk about Roma for a moment? Because I just saw it last week and fell in love with it, and I think it's going to make a huge wave at the Oscars next year. They're already predicting Alfonso Cuarón to get Best Director for Roma, and Roma to at least be nominated in the Best Picture category, if not to potentially even win it, and I would not be mad at that at all. The other Netflix movie that I saw was Outlaw King, which was the Scottish period film starring Chris Pine, which was a pretty big undertaking. So it feels like the quality and the quantity have been rising in equal parts, which is pretty impressive because it was only 2 years ago when you would get something really quality on Netflix that was Netflix original, like Beasts of No Nation, but then you would also get the other side of the Netflix originals, which were the really bad Adam Sandler movies. So we are coming in leaps and bounds, and like I said before, with over 1,000 new titles, original titles, it's no sign of slowing down anytime soon. So I am watching Netflix as a platform with a really close eye for next year because I think 2019 will really cement the direction of streaming services in general, especially like I said, as we have the Disney service come into fruition, and there's another one as well, which I can't remember. Is it like a Warner's? I can't remember the other one that's coming up, but there's another one as well. So I think there are some real competitors on the horizon. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think Netflix still has a long way to go with their kinks of their business model, and I think the volume of their slate could be a little bit oversaturating. I mean, at the moment it seems to be working in their favor, but again, you know, we don't really know what the data is. We don't know how much they're putting in versus how much they're getting out. I mean, I'm assuming they're doing very well, but that's only on marketing, you know, face alone. So we don't really know. So the next 12 months are going to be really, really interesting to see how Netflix is going to continue and going to yeah, position itself as the streaming platform leader, I guess we'll see. That is going to do it for today. Thanks for having a chat with me today about Netflix. What have been your favorite Netflix original titles this year? I'd really love to know, so please do let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget, you can also subscribe to my channel here and keep up to date with all things movies and TV, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Okay, thanks, bye.